All right, welcome to Teachers TV Africa, and today we are on our program called the Teacher Talk. This is the first program of its kind on the African continent, and I believe worldwide. Why? Because this is the only program where we invite teachers to talk about things that can transform education. Not only teachers, even parents and other educators. So today we are with Teacher Sumaya, and we are going to be having a few questions. There are only 10 questions that we are going to be asking Teacher Sumaya. So kindly don't go away. If you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a comment about what is going to be shared. So Teacher Sumaya, to start with, kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Teacher Sumaya. I don't usually go by teacher.
Okay.
Because I feel that that is limiting.
Okay.
Because there's so much more to the world than one profession and one career.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am Sumaya, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
For me, I always prefer being called Teacher Peter Okware. Why? I always tell the world this, and so many people have asked me, why do you like calling yourself teacher? And I tell them the reason why I prefer calling myself teacher is simply because so many people despise the profession. And even so many teachers despise themselves. So you find people calling themselves doctors, lawyers, engineers. Even when you go to the bank, there are sections whereby doctor, lawyer, but you don't find a section where they call that teacher.
Teacher, yeah.
So it is us to raise the banner.
Wow.
And that's what I'm trying to do, to raise the banner. So that I would like to leave a legacy that when a time will come and when you name Teacher Peter, a person will say, Teacher Peter? From Uganda? Teacher Peter? Or teacher? And let the profession of teacher and the teaching title
hold some water. I like that. I think I like it.
Thank you, but I prefer and I respect your...
Yeah, the limitless.
The limit.
Yes.
All right, now with that, today we are having just a question that we are going to ask Teacher Sumaya. And thank you for watching us from all over the world. We have so many followers from all over the world. Parents, teachers, educators, and schools. And even students. We also thank schools that take time to share these programs with their learners. And we also thank parents that take time to watch this with their children at home. The main objective of Teachers TV Africa is purely to transform and inform nations. So we believe we are living the purpose and the dream.
Yes.
So we have 10 questions. And the first question that we are going to ask Teacher Sumaya is, what inspired you to become a teacher?
Wow. What inspired me to become a teacher? First of all, I must clear the air. When I went to school, I never dreamt of being a teacher. So I love to say that being a teacher chose me because when I went to school, I did other things. I had dreams for myself besides being a teacher. On the contrary, my twin sister is the one who did education, unknown to me. But I think little by little, I realized that I loved children so much. I realized that the biggest miracle was bearing a child. And then when I got my first child, I realized that this was a great responsibility that God had entrusted with me. And then it was the biggest miracle, greatest gift. I realized that I live my life for this child that God had entrusted with me. And then I asked myself a question, like how am I going to present this gift back to God? That you trusted me with your soul, but how have I impacted this soul? So that was huge for me. So I realized that I wanted to impart some values in my child. Before I knew it, I wanted to impart these values in another child, and then another child. And then I realized I cannot give back the whole nation. So I chose to become an educator so that I can impact more and more lives. Yeah,
thank you.
That's how I became a teacher.
And for your information, Teacher Sumaya has taught in a couple of schools, and these are international schools, mainly in Rwanda. And it is, we have a great resource for the listener. I believe we can tap into those skill, the knowledge, and the wisdom that you also Rwanda.
I'm humbled.
So that's the reason why we have our Teachers TV Africa here to share with the world. And our next question is, what should be the main objective of education according to you?
According to me, the main objective of education should not be the results in the classroom. I feel like it has to be the wholesomeness of an individual. If we can bring ourselves as educators to realize that education does not stop in the classroom, but I have been given an opportunity as an educator to mold this being. So I need to make sure that their character is perfect, their faith is good, their integrity is awesome. So all that wholeness to produce an all-rounded child. That is, I think that should be the main objective of education. Not just the grades and the scores and yeah.
But as if you look at the society that we're living in today, parents inclusive, we have this that education has to basically focus on the results and qualification. That's why you find the person having a diploma or a degree, but they'll always feel not satisfied with using that knowledge, and they'll say, I need a master's and a PhD. Now, is it all about those qualifications, or do parents and as the populace understand that education is all about those qualifications, what you can do with what you have, and what is instilled in the land or a person at that stage? Do we have that in mind?
I think we should change the narrative. I think it starts with us. That's why educators like us are here, to help the young generation to do better than what they did with us. So I think the narrative starts with us. We can change that narrative. You as a parent at home, you can change that narrative. Because if I went to my child's school, before, if the teacher starts telling me about, oh, she scored 90 in this, oh, she scored, I'm like, wait a minute, how does she behave with others? What is her character? How is her character? Does she use polite language when she's speaking to people? Does she pick her friend's stuff and take it without permission? I will focus so much about on my child's character before you even give me the results, because I know as a grown-up I've learned the hard way that it's not about the grades, it's about your attitude. And I stand to be an example of a person who was given a job without qualification. And this person, and my former boss gave me a job because of my attitude. Because of my attitude. And that's one of the ways I discovered I was a great teacher. If he had not given me that opportunity, I would not have discovered myself to be a great teacher. So I think we should teach our children that it's more than results. And that it starts with us, really.
Okay, thank you very much. I pick a leaf from her submission because she said she got a job not because of qualification, but because of attitude. And today we have a lot of people with extremely cream qualification, but with poor attitude. So it simply means we should work on our attitude.
Yes.
And
definitely.
Character.
Yes.
Because they define us by qualification.
Yes.
Qualification is a piece of paper, but attitude is what works with it, like more of your shadow.
And we've seen people with straight A's, but they're not the straight A's. They've been paid for.
Indeed.
So,
all right.
We need to learn how to look deep.
If you're learning something, or if you're picking, or if you have a question, don't forget to share in the comment section below. And again, if you'd like to be posted in the same seat and also share a couple of things, don't forget to give us a call on the numbers on your screen. Or send us an email. We have our next question. What should be, according to you, what is your wish for education? What is your wish? Because in most cases, in life, we all have wishes. And there's a saying that if wishes were horses, everyone would be riding.
Yes.
But at least, what is that wish that you say, maybe if I was a president, if I was this influential person, if I had this capacity, if I could do this. Maybe if I was like the sun, because the sun gives light to the entire world. But now assume the sun could talk, and the entire world could listen. And say, if I was like the sun, like talk, and the entire world would listen, I would say this. What is it?
Oh my God, my wish for the education system, especially in my country
I'm in Africa also.
and in Africa as a whole, I wish we stop looking at education as a business. I wish we can embrace being educators as educators. We, as directors, we can have that vision of that product of a student, this product of a person. If Kasule came to my class as a toddler, my school as a toddler, what product am I putting out there? I wish we could embrace education as an opportunity, as a golden opportunity to model somebody.
An opportunity to model the next generation.
The next generation. That is my wish, and I would do everything in my power to make sure that every teacher is empowered to walk in that vision. I would put up all the resources that I can to make sure that the teachers are mentored, are trained to walk in that vision.
Why only teachers? Because at the end of
and
the day,
directors.
and
the government,
directors,
and directors and principals, whoever is in this circle of education, and even the Minister of Education,
plus
and the parents. I wish I had the power to have all them.
Now you have the power, because it begins like it's like a seed being planted. Now we are Teachers TV Africa, we are planting that seed.
Yes.
We are planting that seed.
Okay. Let this not be just a wish.
Okay.
Now I'm speaking to the directors of schools, I'm speaking to parents, I'm speaking to the Minister of Education. Let's draw a clear vision of what we want our students to look like. Let's draw a clear vision of the product of a student or a person that we're going to put into the world. Our children are now international children. Have we instilled enough values? What values are we going to instill in them? What kind of education? All of that, because when we send them out, they stand out. Let's work together as parents, as directors, as ministries, as the, I don't know, the nation. Let's just hold this. Let's just take this meat, this piece of meat, and eat it up. Because it's our children. It's the next generation. It's the future of our country. Yeah.
And I hope they are hearing and listening.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it simply means that education should be more of a mirror.
It's the center of everything.
Okay.
It is the center of everything. You want to produce a judge that is just, it starts with education. You want to produce an amazing surgeon, it starts with education. You want to be an amazing father, it starts with education. It should be the center of everything.
An amazing president.
Yes. Tell me something that doesn't need education, really.
Maybe not.
Any institution that does not need education.
Maybe not.
Nothing. So it should be the center. That is my vision. It should be the center of everything. So it needs to be empowered with resources and everything.
When I was in the US, one of the things that I saw, I got a privilege of going to the department, like in Georgia State, that's Atlanta. Like that's the capital of Georgia State. It's called Atlanta. Now in Atlanta, they have the mayor's office. Now the mayor's office, they're the ones who are managing the education of the entire Georgia.
Wow.
Yes, Georgia State. Now in that department, we had an opportunity of looking at the budget of Georgia State.
Woo.
But you can't believe it, that a half of the budget of Georgia State, more than a half, was going into education.
Can we pick a leaf?
He was going into
Can we pick a leaf?
And that's why at the end of the day,
Those are the people that understand what education is for the nation
that's why
and for the continent.
at the end of the day, when they are producing people from that country, they're extremely competitive, very expensive to hire.
That's why we call them experts. And we have the power to produce experts as well.
I reached in, like I'll tell you, we visited, I had a chance of visiting a couple of universities and schools. But you reach a school, just an auditorium or just like a lecture room, and it is more than a hotel.
Wow.
It's extremely conducive. It's serene. It gives you that touch that now I'm in a school. And you will learn because of the environment.
Wow.
So that's how those people are going, in terms of being intentional about education. How best can we motivate the teachers?
Good question. You said something at the beginning when I said I do not usually address myself as Teacher Sumaya. I think that was powerful. And I also would like, first of all, I want to clear the air. I do not address myself as Teacher Sumaya not because I don't love the profession, but because I live a limitless life. That will be a topic for another day, because I think I am multi-talented. I thank God. I can do so many things. So I do not hold myself down with one career. But coming back to your question, you said something at the beginning that we should value this profession. I think one of the ways that we should motivate teachers is to make them help them understand that their profession is as important as any other profession. Actually, is more important than all profession. We have a problem that teachers have been painted as failures, as a low-class profession. Yeah, but it's not true. That is not true. We know it is not true.
But at times, the way how we live shows it.
Yeah, I think that's the role of the government. The government should put education at the center, like I said before. That should motivate the teachers. They are doing a great work. We do a great work. We do a great work. I don't know if parents know this, but a teacher is like, I am sorry, God, but it's like a small God in your child's life. That teacher has the power to build your child into a responsible person. And that teacher has the power to break the child completely. Because if we do not hold them with respect, then they're going to be demotivated and our products will be a mess. I think one way to inspire the teacher and motivate the teachers is to acknowledge that what they do is the most important job in the country.
When it comes to the Teacher Talk program, we have a lot to talk about, and we can totally conclude. And with that, we come to the end of our program, the Teacher Talk, and today we have been majorly focusing on a couple of things that we can do to improve education. And Teacher Sumaya has been answering. She doesn't like to be called Teacher Sumaya. I've been answering a couple of questions. Thank you for watching. And these are my parting shots. Like, at the end of the day, what matters is not how well you live, but how well others live because of you.
Yes. I
Thank
like
you so
that.
much. God bless you.
Bless you too.